Happy Sunday, aka Fun Day. Maybe it's not so fun for many of you all out there experiencing, the storm of the century. You know, I'm actually thinking about watching Storm of the Century tonight. One of my favorite Stephen King miniseries. Storm of the Century is about 4 hours and 30 minutes long. It actually aired, I believe, on AMC channel. And they did it in like 3 different parts. It was a 3-week miniseries. Every single week, a 2-hour video was basically pretty much dropped. Kind of like here on YouTube, you know, do a video series, you drop a video X amount of weeks and stuff. But it's just really good and evil. And then you go ahead and throw in a gigantic blizzard in the region for the miniseries as well. A little bit off topic here, but if any of you all are stuck inside, well, if you need a good little beanie, I do have some beanies in my merch store. Nightmare RH, Hooba Haba. Hooba 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 Haba Haba Haba. Probably going to be changing some of this stuff here too in the future. I do have a bunch of coffee mugs also on my merch site. I just don't have one right next to me, but definitely check out that if you want to get a sweet little beanie, not to mention a great coffee mug. But hopefully everyone is staying safe, gaming, you're enjoying the day. Probably for some of you all, you're more than likely not going to be going to work tomorrow or going to school or whatever you may be doing. It's going to be pretty crazy. Oh man, Storm of the Century is definitely right. What a perfect day to play RuneScape. Okay. So, on that same notion, I have a new video that's going to be uploaded on my main channel. I'm actually not really sure what video I'm going to be making just yet, so stay tuned for that. Definitely check out my main channel on a consistent basis every couple of days to see when I drop a video, especially if you don't get a notification. Health-related content is still rock and rolling. I'm actually showcasing a really good online kidney course. So if you know anyone out there with kidney-related issues, the type of treatment that I ended up using the last year and a half utterly reversed my problems. So definitely please point people in that direction. Gaming channel is still halted. Sailing, we have made massive gains here in the last couple days. Yesterday, I was overly busy. Sorry, I didn't get around to posting a new video. And yes, sailing should be achieved by February 6th. Once again, please stay tuned for a lot of that content. I may actually stay up until like 3 in the morning today. I am falling a little bit behind on sailing XP here, and I may need maybe not. I'm definitely too friggin' old. 37, but I feel like I'm friggin' 67. I don't really think I can do like an all-nighter, traditionally all-nighter, but I can probably stay up like well past my bedtime of 11:30-ish and probably grind out some sailing tonight. But I'm really considering about popping in Storm of the Century. I haven't seen that movie miniseries in a very long time. But if I do pull an all-nighter, then I'll definitely post my gains probably in another video or vlog. But I mean, otherwise, it's going pretty well. We're going to be rounding 7 million XP here probably today. So for those of you that have been following along, this skill is nothing more than just really, it's an AFK-able skill. It's really fun if you just like AFKing on this game. And I mean, yeah, who doesn't like AFKing on RuneScape? But the follow-on content, I really do believe is going to be absolutely a banger. So I'm really looking forward to that, especially later this year. Okay, so we're going to be talking about actually GP once again in this video. And I actually asked Google Gemini a pretty interesting question here regarding GP. And I mean, if you have access to AI, even though Google Gemini and ChatGPT is definitely very much on the freer side right now, although me being in a student status, chiseling away at my MBA, I do get a free subscription on Gemini, which is pretty cool. I haven't really noticed like that much of a difference per se, like going from the paid version to not the paid version on Gemini. A lot of people say there is a difference on ChatGPT. So if you do see a difference, and if you are a paying user of AI at all, definitely drop me a comment below, because I'm generally curious to really see if there really is like any difference per se. But I basically pretty much asked Gemini, talking about GP. So I remember, so this vlog is going to be dedicated to two parts. One, I'm going to be telling a short story of pretty much my first 1 million GP on this game. Obviously not on old school RuneScape. It was during RuneScape 2 days, which is aka RuneScape 3 now. But I still remember it, like, pretty much, it was a pretty big achievement. Nothing spectacular happened at all. No people started dancing on the game. There was no, like, emotes or anything. You didn't really get any type of gratification. But I remember when I became, like, a RuneScape 2005 millionaire, pretty much had 1 million GP in coins in my bank. And it really does make me wonder what the evaluation back then to today is 21 years later, almost 21 years, actually 20 years and a half later. Let me go ahead and first start by sharing the story of my experience. Then I'll basically dive into what Gemini pretty much said here. So I'll actually never forget this. It was during Labor Day weekend. The biggest pet peeve about, like, middle school, high school, was just that, like, we would go back to, and it's probably different for wherever you all may be, especially in different states, maybe different countries as well, too. I know, obviously, different countries are very different out there. But here in America, we would always start high school like the week before Labor Day weekend in September. Labor Day is typically like September 2nd or September 1st, maybe September 3rd. Actually, I think it's the same. I'm almost positive. Actually, no. Labor Day weekend changes every year, but it's the first week of September. And this year in September, it is going to be, why can't I even see it on my calendar? Oh, wow, it's actually a little later this year. It's actually September 7th? What the? Okay, that's because September 1st this year is actually Taco Tuesday. September back in, let me actually scroll all the way back here. This would be 2006 time frame. Oh, boy. Hold on. I absolutely love digital calendars. Oh, actually, no, it would be 2005. 2005, let's see, September, Labor Day, 2005, it doesn't show at all. Gemini, where are you? I gotta ask Gemini this question. When was Labor Day, September 2005? I had been playing RuneScape for 3 months. June, July, August. Yeah, so 3 months it took me to gain 1 million GP back in 2005 on RuneScape 2. Let's see. That would be Monday, September 5th. Okay, just had to double check to make sure this is accurate. So Monday, September 5th, I had the day off from school, and I ended up selling the remainder of my Pure Essence. And I remember that I sold a very large quantity that actually pushed my GP cash stack over 1 million GP. Now, I really didn't have a lot of armor and weapon. I was like an ultra noob back then, and the only thing that I really cared about was, ooh, shiny GP. It's pretty funny because when I first started playing RuneScape, the first like month or two, I just really wanted to go PKing. And then that flew out of the window, and I'm like, I just want to grow my RuneScape bank, right? So my 1 million GP back in 2005, and Gemini also threw in my blue party hat here as well too. Back in 2005, before the Grand Exchange, because the Grand Exchange made blue party hats and all the rare items crash in late 2007 and 2008. Rare items did not recover from the Grand Exchange debauchery up until like 2010, 2011. But in 2005, 1 million GP was a significant milestone that could be that could buy high-end gear in 2006. Oh yeah, and what did I spend my 1 million RuneScape GP on? I bought Rune gold plated armor. Yeah, I was a baller back in the day. It is considered pocket change for an in-game player. The blue party hat is the ultimate benchmark for GP inflation because its supply is fixed while the GP supply has expanded infinitely. So January 2005, 400 million GP, and right now it is 90.9 billion. Blue party hats are going up in value. Cha-ching! So to have 1 mil back in 2005, that would be 227 million GP today. Pretty crazy, right? I will be making another video talking about what old school RuneScape GP is back in 2013 to 26, but just go ahead and think about it. 1 million RuneScape GP was the same of 227 million GP. So theoretically, if you have and a lot of people really may not understand what that pretty much means. It pretty much means that 1 million RuneScape gold coins back in 2005 was significantly less valued. It took a lot of effort. It actually took 227 times more effort back then than it does in modern day RuneScape 3 world. So RuneScape 3 world is 227 times easier to make 1 million GP. That's the easiest way you really got to think about it. I don't really mean to get very technical terms here, very much economical terms, but it really is just unfriggin' believable. It's pretty funny. So back in 2005, I will never forget this. I made all throughout the month. So I started playing RuneScape right before my high school year finished in June of 2005. And the second half of June, I basically pretty much was just leveling up some stats. July, all I did was focus on leveling up stats. And then all throughout August and Labor Day weekend especially, I said, you want to know what? I'm just going to work on GP. And all I started doing was focusing on GP-orientated stuff. Mining Pure Essence was really big. And I was just mining Pure Essence. I was watching a lot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Woohoo! Oh yeah, little blonde, little patootie. Hottie patootie. She would probably kick my ass. I'm not going to lie. What else did I watch? The Sopranos. Yep, definitely took advantage of The Sopranos. The Sopranos was actually ongoing then, too. I was actually watching a lot of the X-Files. My grandmother, rest her soul, I guarantee you she's in heaven watching the X-Files right now. I used to watch a lot of... I used to go over to her place, and I would... Me and her would just watch, the X-Files all day long. I did have one of those very, very much... alien-loving, kooky grandmothers. Oh, man. Miss my grandma so much. But the X-Files I was watching a lot. I believe the show Fringe just had started, or maybe Supernatural even just had started too. But regardless, all I did was just continue to mine Pure Essence, and I just ended up making, a lot of GP. But like I said, I took that GP and I ended up buying my full Rune Gold plated armor. I can't remember if I bought it that month or the month after. That part is kind of really hard to remember. But I will never forget actually spending my Labor Day when I actually was supposed to be doing some homework. I spent my Labor Day actually making GP on 2005 RuneScape 2 of RuneScape. So let me know down below in the comment section if you remember a very important time of money making back then. And also let me know if you think how crazy that really is, how the amount of GP from 2005 has gone up so friggin' much over the years. Obviously, the RuneScape economy is virtual, very much like the crypto, market as well, too. Obviously, we can't buy stuff with RuneScape GP, like, outside of the game, unlike the crypto market as well, too. A lot of places are actually offering, like, cryptocurrency exchanges, but who knows? Maybe one day in the distant future, we're going to be able to buy, like, real-life items with our RuneScape GP. That would be fucking awesome. Okay, as always, like this video, share this video, drop me a like, and I'll see you tomorrow on another one. Later.